Hi guys, for those of you who are new, I'm Ruri and I'm here to share with you my journey as both a follower of Christ and a rather busy medical student. Today I'll be spending the majority of my time practicing for my clinical exam called OSCE, which stands for Objective Structured Clinical Examination. And before I explain to you about what it is, let me first grab some coffee. The cafe is connected to the school building and the simulation lab is in the basement. So this room's got a whole bunch of models for us to practice our clinical skills on. And these include skills like the basic and advanced life support, also known as CPR and using a defibrillator. And there are also models for intubation, blood culture, atrial blood gas analysis, blood transfusion, and suture. And the first thing I practiced was CPR, which isn't that hard as long as you can get the speed and the depth right. And there's a monitor connected to this mannequin that measures precisely whether you're pushing at the right speed and depth. So for a CPR, you would do 30 chest compressions at 100 to 120 BPM, followed by 2 mouth-to-mouth resuscitations. And for the OSCE exam, I was required to do 5 cycles of these 30 chest compressions, followed by 2 mouth-to-mouth resuscitations. If the patient still has no pulse, then you would use what's called a defibrillator to give the heart a good shock so that it starts beating again, and that's what I'm doing. Even if the patient's pulse comes back, if they're not breathing on their own, then you would have to intubate the patient, which means that you connect it to an external source of oxygen and provide them with oxygen until they can breathe on their own. So right now I'm trying to put the tube into the patient's windpipe, and the thing to be careful with this step is to not let the tube go through the patient's food pipe, or else you'll be having air being blown into the stomach and not the lungs. You can sort of see here that every time I squeeze the bag, the lungs inflate. The next thing I practiced was drawing blood for blood culture. While you guys watch me do that, I want to share a bit about what goes through my mind as I practice for these exams and study medicine. I want to start by saying that I was one lucky child to even get the opportunity to study medicine. Entering medical school here is crazy competitive. I've read articles talking about how some Koreans start preparing for medical schools since primary or elementary school. It says that primary school students partake in after-school programs to heighten their competitiveness under great pressure. Small groups of elite elementary school students are selected to attend tutoring academies to study ahead in preparation for medical school. Becoming a doctor is a dream for so many people here. For some, it may be for a stable job and income, maybe for a good, well-respected title. For some, it would be for a good reputation. And of course, there would be some who just want to save lives and serve the community. I don't know. Whatever the reason is, One thing that the Lord really convicted me during my time here is that if it's not for God's kingdom and building eternal treasures in heaven, everything we do and work towards really means nothing. So my daily prayer has been this: Lord, I want to give back to you what you've given me by using all that I learned here to serve your people and expand your kingdom. Lord, it would break my heart to see myself using my talents and these opportunities to build my own kingdom and lift up my name instead of yours. Lord, help me fix my eyes not on what is seen, but what is unseen. For what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal. And so whatever we do, whether you're a student like me, or whether you're a teacher, or a plumber, or a lawyer, or a music producer, I truly believe that if we don't do it for God's kingdom and to build our treasures in heaven, all the time and effort we've put into achieving things is all worthless, like a vapor in the wind. So I hope that for all who are following this channel, that we could encourage each other to run a good race together towards what's eternal, to love and serve God with all that's given to us. In my next video, I want to show you guys a God-centered vision board I have next to my desk, which I made, and share about how it helps me and could possibly help you to keep your eyes fixed on eternal values. So stay tuned for that, but for now, back to the video. The last clinical skill I practiced today was suture. When the patient comes in with a deep cut, you first need to disinfect the area and then inject local anesthesia so the patient can't feel pain, and then suture the wound. So as you can see, I got some wet alcohol cotton balls to disinfect the area, and then got a green cloth to cover on top, and then injected some local anesthesia. After that, I got a clean gauze to press onto the skin so that the local anesthesia can spread evenly across the skin. And then I got a clean forceps to check whether the patient can still feel pain. Last but not least, I sutured the wound. This particular suture is called simple interrupted suture, which is where you go in one end, come out the other, make several simple knots, and then cut with a pair of scissors. For this particular OSCE exam, we were required to make 3 sutures, and so after this, I'm gonna do 2 more. I am done with today's practice. Whoa, kind of creepy, huh? So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's tour around the sim lab. And there are a couple of videos I want to have up on my channel for you guys, but let me know if you guys are interested in seeing my vision board. I'm gonna go home now, have dinner, and study a bit till bedtime. Bye, and see you in my next video.